Is it working? Okay, hi guys! Welcome back to some more Disco Elysium. We met up with Evart again, told him we got the stuff done. And he got another job for us. We want to get some signature so he can open up what is it, like some sort of like playground somewhere. So yeah, also got into like finding morale and sniffing speed for some reason. We'll also need to find... Well, we have the money to pay for a guard for another day, but it would be good if we could, you know, find out a way to do that without sleeping there. Also, what is this? Superstar cop, apocalypse cop, sorry cop, boring cop, communist. Ooh. Have 12 points in communist, 2 in fascist, 2 ultra-liberal, 3 in moralist. Good cop, bad cop, 8. Honor, 1. People killed, 3. These ones we know about. Like, we've killed 3 people. Not in this game, but in our service. 216 cases solved, years in the service. Apparently we are an amazing cop. Fastest 14. I'm joking, I'm joking. Right. We do have our crowbar out. Can't we use that to, like, open up the container and not try to fucking smooth talk it?
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly.
You know what? It's a white check. We can give it another try. We also need to unlock more points in order to get more thoughts over here. But those also cost skill points, which is annoying. Mazovian socioeconomics. Regular law official. Reduces by 2 the Inland Empire, which I don't really like. I have to think that one out. And when it comes to this rhetoric, we have 4 -1 from the items. Which items do we have that reduces our rhetoric? Oh, the bomb hat, of course. Do we have anything that increases it? Spirit Decor, Conceptualization, Logic, Encyclopedia, Endurance, Half-Light. Nothing, but we can take it off as to give this a try. Quick save it. Yep.
You're back before the cargo container.
It's still 3%.
Its drawer has not lessened since you were last here.
It's
anything,
impossible.
It seems to have grown slightly. And as it's always been, it's impossible to open a container with rhetoric. Maybe you're losing your mind.
Maybe we are. It's never impossible with the power of quick save. 3% chance. I don't know about this one. I'll give it a few tries, but if it doesn't happen, I'll be back later. The problem is that we are like the intellect guy, so we already have a lot of rhetoric. It's not like we can get much higher.
You're back before the cargo container. And as it's always been, it's impossible to open a container.
Yeah, let's not be ridiculous. It would have been funny, but yeah, do we want reaction speed? Or do we want even more encyclopedia? Encyclopedia is fucking maxed out at 7 points. Like, we are just knowing everything. We are also supposed to talk with the striking workers. I want to do that, but before I do that, I do want to try to take the body down. I think that's more important. Increase the level cap if you smoke, as everyone knows smoking makes you smarter. Oh yeah, that's right. I don't think I have cigarettes though. I'll have to like get some. But yeah, I do want to get the body down and investigate that first. And then, can you please walk down? Thank you. And then we can talk about, should go buy some cigarettes. Yeah, they make you smarter. But I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, she's up here. How do you get up here? Another quick save. Actually, I should have. Hold on. I need to put this to increase my endurance. Have a lot of endurance now. Like, if this doesn't help it.
There he still is, looking
42%.
right through you.
All right.
With it. The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth. More in. There he still is. As you
There
breathe
you
in,
go.
the odor comes over you. It's a smell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it.
They always do
They
that.
do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
Yeah.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enamel boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with
Can
decaying
you stop throwing
veins
rocks
and
at him
blotched
while I'm
by
investigating?
lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength. The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them. Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow. These are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots.
Oh,
Sabatons.
the lieutenant uses a memo technique, A6. That's not just any notebook. It's a classic.
Tell me more about
It's
the armor.
clearly some manner of super armor or future armor. Super future armor.
Super future armor.
I'm useless.
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be. Under the hill. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
Material looks out of
It
place
is.
here.
It's expensive. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics. For a full set, about 4 years of wages.
For the northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income is 5,500 real, unadjusted for rank.
20,000 real, Jesus. Wait, my yearly pay is
Not too
5,500?
much, yes.
Need to hustle more and hate less. No wonder I can't
It's
pay
a sorry
that.
situation, I agree.
Where's the rest of it? Scavenged
Piece
by
by
the local?
piece. He's been out here for 7 days. It would be odd if they didn't. We should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually know.
The sabatons dangle off the man's decaying form.
This metaphor such
Looks like he worked
expensive.
for a private contractor, like Evrard told us. Wealthy, with state ties. This is way above what we have.
A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup. The pry bar in your hand is itching for some action.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally, from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. See?
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether, like whirls of floorboards. The design looks organic, influenced by highly resistant wood materials, like lignum vitae and ebony perhaps. If trees were made of porcelain, this is what their cross-sections would look like. The smooth, glossy surface fractures into ever more intricate interconnections, peaking on the right sabaton, where you notice the whirls are in the shape of a letter and number combination: E50, 100, 1000.
So there's a serial number.
Good. Can you read it to me? We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done. Either station can chase it for us.
The stench fills your nostrils. As you push downward, an ominous creaking sound comes from above.
Stop!
Uh,
Pig's gonna pull his head off.
yeah,
Brutal!
it's a bad idea. Isn't
You're
it?
going to pull his head off.
Do it, homo!
I'm not a homo.
Stop obsessing about your sexuality, officer. You are about to seriously compromise the coroner's case.
Indeed, from this angle, it does look like the neck isn't going to take much more. Being dead for a week has all but liquefied his muscles.
What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on to that boot?
This is advanced enemy technology. We should conduct research into their weaknesses.
This is not the enemy. This is the deceased, the victim, in a murder investigation.
Alright.
It does make sense, doesn't it? Besides, there's no way you're getting them off. All the organic matter in his body has been flowing down into the boots. They are fused to his
These are
feet
some.
now. Why do you think the locals haven't scavenged them yet?
Yeah, I was wondering about that. Those are some nice boots. And that was the second reason. Like, I feel like something like that could be pawned off for quite a lot.
You're sure there's a way to peel them off, but first the body needs to be down. And second, it would probably be better if the lieutenant wasn't around. The anticipation makes you crack your fingers. Feels nice. Nice and cracky.
Processing will take care of them. With the situation in the morgue, it will yield nothing. But we must pick our fights. Should we continue?
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and the hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch. This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt, big brother of the regular cargo belt. It's used for tying cargo under six-rotor airships.
Airlifting. I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them.
That's encyclopedia. For air transport.
The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves.
She wanted him to stay up there.
I was afraid it would be. Thin steel wiring, parallel strands. This makes getting him down more problematic than I had assumed. I'm still approaching this as a lynching, yes. Motivated by the ongoing strike. You?
Makes sense. Believably mundane.
70% of the cases I get are just filling in the blanks on the initial report. This belt worries me.
How did they even
A
get him up
noose is
there?
one of those things that's easier to use one way around.
They climb up using the kid's
That
ladder.
ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle.
Ah.
Could be. The shape of the branch supports the theory. The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt. An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart.
Is this a national
Of no
hazard?
nation that I know of. If anything, it reminds me of religious illumination, last or penultimate century. Men who live harsh lives often turn to innocentic worship. But which one? I see no trace of a humanoid figure. I agree.
Pulls down the zipper of his orange
He
shirt.
wears a wide leather belt around his waist and a gun holster under his arm. He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
Interrogate Sunshine. Mini.
Triggered is the world's leading manufacturer of intercommunication devices.
Ah, it's a
primarily
camera. It's gonna
projectors.
take some photos.
The camera before you looks familiar somehow.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera.
Hmm.
I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
In case we need it. Yes,
Machine.
it is pretty cool, isn't it?
There is
Yes.
only one ampoule left. Use it wisely.
Oh boy. What are we gonna use it for?
It contains insight to the victim's person. This was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter to us. Now, if you could find someone to decipher it. Sure, just don't lose it.
The glassy-eyed corpse looks by. His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess.
Oh, Renal Empire is fucking weak.
The corpse looks right through you as you distance yourself from its stench. Eyes like a shark.
So, how do we get him
Are
down?
you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
The cadaver slowly.
Let me give that a
The
try.
man before you is naked. The lips of the corpse.
Ah.
The man before you is naked.
Oh.
Into the wild pale yonder, in the past, way out in the west.
But who
I'm
are
a
you?
joke. Look at me,
Worry when you're
a
alive.
killer, a motherfucker, and a killer.
A motherfucker and a killer.
Go ahead, Cobbo. What do you mean?
Critical success, yeah.
It's the power of your imagination. Go ahead. Ask me more questions. You fucking love questions.
Jesus Christ, why do I love questions?
Because you're a copperoonie. Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions?
Give me a comical amount of
Coming
questions.
right up, copperoonie Rooney. This is getting upbeat now.
Is my name Ruby?
Fuck no. You're no Rooney.
Name is Rafael Ambrosius
Listen to
Castillo.
yourself. You're not a Raphael anything. You're probably just Harry or something. That's right. Harry.
I feel like I've been getting a lot of hair.
You might be onto something there.
I feel like I've forgotten something.
Because you have.
Who killed him?
Love did me in, Provocopo. It was love all along.
Can you ask me a question?
Sure, Lobo. I can ask you a question. Why are you doing this?
What?
Looking at my face, motionless. Looking into my eyes. Standing here. Why are you investigating my
Because you
murder?
told me to. What? Maybe this will lead to something indescribable, unforeseen, miraculous.
Something is on its way. Something hidden. It's coming. A miracle from the northwest, and it's almost here. You can feel it in the air, on your hands. The cold spring air smoothing them over.
Yeah, I hate you. You're stinking.
Do I remind you of someone?
A child born with Muller's disease, harlequinism, grown up miraculously.
You sure we got out of that one? Coppellini. Come back later, Corpo.
As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. This is a trick. You've done it before. Pink is where the blood settled in the first hours post-mortem. You can use it to see if the corpse has been tampered with. Does his position at the time of death match the discoloration? Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
I see it. His neck too. The lividity goes right up his chin. We have good, well-pronounced discoloration here.
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot.
Can you please stop throwing rocks at him, Kuno?
So, what do you think?
I think he's dead. It's up right after death.
Agreed. Especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis supports a hanging.
You would still like the hypostasis marks in the neck to be a bit more pronounced.
I think to be more pronounced, especially in his...
Maybe it looks faint to you? It could be more pronounced, actually. Dumont noté.
Dumont noté. He was moved after
There's always a
death.
chance. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first.
That is coming
The
out
pool of
him.
blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it, drop by drop.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death.
Ugh.
The fuck are you saying?
Talking about shit.
Goddamn right I am. Oh! The toilet sometime before death.
Maybe. I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport.
Ah,
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
He means
Coin
he fucked
slot.
him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal like.
I agree.
His personality is no longer a part of the world.
Totally dead.
yeah. What is dead anyway?
He is.
Okay, well, no philosophy then.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils.
The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique challenge.
No
I
skill
brought chain
point.
cutters. but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt.
He doesn't actually think the challenge is unique. He
Huh,
thinks it's
it's
frustrating, annoying, and harder than he thought.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material.
We could saw the
Climb
branch.
up there and saw the branch? There has to be a less risky way, with less falling down of trees.
Maybe we could shoot him
Yeah!
down.
Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off!
How?
Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch, that's a good spot to aim.
Where? Ah, yes, I see. If the shot hits that, there might be a chance to release the belt.
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain a Kuno with some shit.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss Kuno!
I mean, I don't have a gun.
Silence. With his elbow sharp, the lieutenant unzips his jacket and produces a lightweight firearm.
Oh,
He
he's gonna
drops
do
the
it.
cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks, securing it in place. That's a Kiel A9090 Armistice, mass-produced muzzle loader, ascetic, frugal, one of the most common firearms in the world. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
He's gonna fucking miss!
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself,
God damn it.
Ah, you
"A
missed?
lot of things were wrong with that shot. The fellow's was the wrong choice. His shoulders were raised, but above all,
Cannot
he
trust
cannot trust his eyesight.
Fucking idiot! Mukabat asshole!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
Kim failed his check. He did fail his check. Does he have an actual check? Can he actually do it? That would be so funny.
Kuno's sorry too. Kuno feels sorry for the Beano Cloud.
The lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks at the gun in his hand.
I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance.
You know, you don't feel like too bad of a shot yourself.
Someone else? You mean like the police?
What was that about processing, then? Weren't they supposed to take care of the boots? Why don't they help?
Can the boys from processing take care of this?
No.
Why?
Think of the boys from processing as murderers. Only instead of people, they murder crime scenes. Processing is a wrecking crew. They know how to commission off items and how to work the incinerator in the morgue. I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get him down, fast.
Can I have
It's
the
bad
gun?
as it is. Us shooting firearms like punks. Go ahead, I'm not stopping you. Just don't lose it.
They only have one gun!
This is the sorriest pair of pigs Kuno's ever seen.
God damn it!
Banana boinker! Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth!
The cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your fingers fit right through the guard, instinctively resting on the trigger. You've held this, an A9 Armistice, before. At some point, it probably used to be your choice of firearm. It still feels comfortable, like you never laid it down.
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth!
The buckle comes into focus
Oh.
in your sights. You
We should probably... We can't quick save?
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
Ah. Point the gun at Kuno's. Oh my god.
Or what? You gonna fuck me? You wanna fuck me, pig? Is that out what this is about?
Your field of view narrows. The branch slowly moves, becoming entirely two-dimensional. The metal buckle glimpses the slow movement of the branch in the wind, and your shoulders direct in the...
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty?
Ah!
A plume of...
I hate this. Hand-eye
Cry now,
coordination.
fucking faggoty.
We did it! Nice!
The buckle explodes into tiny pieces, coming loose with a whir. With your hand numb from the recoil, you look at the body slump down. For a moment, the man appears to kneel in front of you, looking straight at you,
Ace!
helpless, trapped within itself.
Communism.
It
Oh,
takes a millisecond
shit.
for the association to flash within your cortex. You have no idea where it's coming from, only that it's right. Then the rigor in his muscles gives up, and he smashes sideways into
That's
the
a lot of
spring mud,
experience.
letting
2
out
skill
a horrid
points.
stench.
You've been pulled.
Ace is high.
Hey!
The Ace is High, a custom invented by the aerostatic brigades during the revolution, is used to celebrate
Are we gonna leave
success
him hanging?
and revolution, especially in sports. The gesture is spread across the world. You could add an Ace's Low to it, if you like, by turning your back after the high and waiting for another.
Oh yeah. Possible. Communism never hurt anyone. Ah, I know. I don't know what they're talking about. Let's go.
The
Hey.
high arrives with a sharp slap. As you turn around, there is a moment of doubt. Feels like
Come
the blow
on.
ain't gonna connect. Chill. It's gonna connect. But then it does, and with furious precision. The lieutenant is not one to leave an Ace's Low hanging.
Smacked.
I knew these guys were
Yeah, got a problem
Kuno
with it.
cracks with laughter. Sounds like someone strangling a seagull. It's clear he enjoys.
I knew they suck each other off.
We will perform a field autopsy and determine the cause of death. But before... Excuse me.
Slumped on the ground like that has not improved the way the corpse
Oh.
smells. The fall seems to have released something deep inside it.
The stench is getting bad. I'm sorry to interrupt the jubilations here. I need a little breather before we do the autopsy. In the meantime, we should locate the representative of the logistics company. My preliminary information suggests the Wild Pines have sent a strike negotiator to wrangle back control from the Union. I bet she has a fresh perspective to offer us. Since we've already talked to Everhart in the harbor, that interview is done, for better or for worse.
Is this the famous list of initial
Yes.
interviews?
And those were the interviewees.
Nice. All right. Well, I think we can get another slot and then... Ooh, plus 2 empathy. Oh, just towards Kim Kitsuragi. Oh, okay. It's not as great as I would have liked. Well, we'll see what we get after that. So let's try and internalize that. And then for skills, could improve our rhetoric. Interfacing, Half-Life. I did get authority. Or hand-eye coordination. Yeah, let's get the sub-warfare up, just because we have items that reduces it.
The rotting man lies on his side with his eyes looking straight through you. The belt is still around his... The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Hold on a second, just to save after we've done that. find the wild pine rep. Should be around here somewhere. Where? Haven't found anyone like that. And yeah. Where's the rest of the armor? Yeah, we could ask the kid about that. We'll do that and the stuff. Oh, look at them just hanging about. I'll have to wait until next episode, so hope you guys enjoyed watching. Make sure you have a like, subscribe to see more. I'll do the next one right away, of course. And I'll see you all around. It has stopped working. Bye-bye.